Hey guys, Kevin the Master Builder here, ready to share with you my first Lego building technique. Okay, so the first building technique is called overlapping. This is a pretty basic Lego technique, but it's also really important. So I'm just going to show you how this works. What overlapping is whenever you have two Lego pieces that come together, there's going to be a seam in between. You want to make sure that you overlap across that seam with your next Lego brick. So like this right here, we have the seam where they come together. We're going to use a brick to overlap the seam. This makes your models a lot stronger. Now, if you were to not overlap the seam, you would end up with Lego bricks stacked like this, and then there's a weakness. So if this was a wall right here, there would be that weakness, and these pieces come apart. That's not good most of the time when you're building with Lego, so you do want to have all of your pieces go across over the seams and overlap them to make nice, strong, sturdy models. Now, this also applies especially whenever you are building a corner. So if we have a wall going this way and a wall going this way, and there's a corner where they come together, you always want to make sure you overlap right there too. That's also really important to make this strong. Otherwise, your two walls would not be connected and they could fall apart very easily. So it would be not good that way. Alright, so this is what Lego overlapping is. It's also important to note that you can overlap more than one seam at once with a Lego brick, and this can sometimes be very beneficial. So I'm going to line these up as an example again. Let's say we have these three pieces together and there's two seams now in between the three pieces. You could bring another larger Lego piece over and use that on top, and this one piece is going to overlap the two seams. So that's another very good way to use the Lego overlapping technique to make your model stronger. One other thing too is anytime you're building like a door or a window into a wall, you always want to make extra sure that you overlap across the top as soon as it's done, because we have these seams right now where the walls are not very strong, where they come next to the doorway. You can't really avoid those seams because you're trying to put a door in there. But what you can do is you can overlap immediately on the top like this. So we overlapped that seam and we overlapped that seam with one big long brick. Now the walls are really solid and really strong. Okay, so here's the first variation of the Lego overlapping technique. This technique is called the odd-even overlapping technique. So what this is let's say that we're building a wall with 2x4s, like this. The length for studs is an even number. So what you do is on your next layer of bricks, you're going to start with an odd number length. In this case, I have a 2x3. The length 3 is an odd number. So start with the odd number and then continue on right here with even numbers again, which are 2x4s in this case. And then at the end, you're going to need to finish up with another odd number. This case, it's going to be a 1. A 1x2 is what I have on the end right there. That way, automatically, all of your seams get overlapped on the layer. And then the next layer is going to go back to even. So we have 2x4s again all the way across on this layer. This is also going to overlap all the seams again automatically for you on this layer. So what this is, it's called the odd-even overlap technique. You just take your one row is all even number lengths. The next row starts with an odd number length. Then the next row is all even number lengths. Then the next row starts with an odd number length again. And this automatically overlaps all of your seams in your rows. Alright you guys, so the next variation of the Lego overlapping technique is called the crisscross overlapping technique. In this case, this is handy for times when you're building like a larger thing all at once. Maybe not so much a wall, but something larger. So in this case, I'm building a section that's going to be a square base for something that I'm making up of different smaller plates. So I'm going to make this out of 2x8 plates. And what the crisscross overlapping technique is you take one layer going one direction. This layer is going to be going vertically. The next layer that you apply on top of it needs to go the opposite direction. So the next layer is going to go horizontally, and it crisscrosses over every seam on that layer. So it goes like this. Then if you were going to follow this technique through and continue with more layers, you would crisscross going vertically again, and then go horizontally again, and then go vertically again, and then go horizontally again. So that is the crisscross overlapping technique for you. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something that you can use to improve your own Lego building. If you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kevin the Master Builder. And also check out my other building series called Kevin's Idea Builders. Last Wednesday, I posted episode 1 of that series, and in that video, I showed several different ways I was using the overlapping technique in my models. Also, in a couple days on Wednesday, I'll be posting episode 2 of Kevin's Idea Builders. In that video, I'll be using the overlapping technique some more, so be sure to check that one out when it comes out. And other than that, just stay tuned for more videos coming out. See you next time.